So, starting the discussion, the point I was going to bring up in the last video, but there just wasn't enough time. Is OpTic good or is Rokkr bad? Um, so I should start by saying, obviously, don't think OpTic's a bad team at all. I think they're a good team. With their other roster with Illy, I thought they were a top 3 team that was just going through a slump and they could have got out of it and actually been like a top 2, top 1 team, actually won a LAN in this game. But with Ghosty, so this has nothing to do about individual performances. Obviously, if you're in the league, you have to be like fucking a good enough a player. So this isn't me saying someone sucks, but I do say adding people into certain environments just won't get you the result that you want. And like I've said this in past videos already, I don't think OpTic is a bad team. I never said like they're not gonna like do well or place well. I just said this is like a roster where you're gonna see just go, up in the middle. They might get like a top 3, top 4, but this is a roster right now, and it's crazy saying this because it's just one person that they switch. They will not win a LAN with this roster. Like, if OpTic's just trying to place well for the rest of the year, sure, whatever. This roster, it could work out. But if they're trying to win a LAN this year, win champs, not happening. Not happening with the teams around them making way better changes and just being on a different level. So like I just felt like I feel like I shouldn't even be saying this anymore. They need a rock. Ghosty's not that rock. There's just like certain intangibles that like certain people bring to a team, and I've already like ranted about this. It almost feels like I'm being a dead horse, but like if you want to know more about my thoughts, go in my other videos about Ghosty. There's two other videos I made about Ghosty that is just me talking about the points. But I feel like today in this game, so OpTic lost 3-0 to Ultra the other day, and then came into today 3-0 to Rokkr. So I was thinking, is this OpTic finally showing that form that Shotzi was talking about? Because I know after they lost, Shotzi was like talking on a Scum stream, and he's like, bro, we're gross in practice. Like, hard point games are not even close. We're 100-point clubbing teams. They're not even getting 100. Shit's not even close. And after I saw this map, I was like, you know what? Maybe he's not fucking capping. Maybe, there's some fucking truth to this. Oh my gosh. But then I'm also thinking, are they just catching a team that's in a slump right now? Because, like, as a lot of people know, with these like more like recent Call of Duty games, these are very up and down games. Like, teams could be firing one day and just shitting the bed another, and like it doesn't really tell you like the full story. So like if this was like Rokkr from like Major to LAN, would this game still be the same, or is Rokkr just in a slump? Because Rocker's been losing every game so far. These qualifiers, they're currently 0-3. So, like, is OpTic just catching a team that's in a slump, or are they actually just finally translating their scrims to practice? Or, I mean, their practice to game, like Shotzi says. And I was leaning more, not me being an OpTic hater. I want the best for everybody, okay? So, no one come attack me for this. I feel like it's leaning more towards Rokkr having a bad day. I feel like if Rokkr was firing more, this probably would have been a lot closer of a game. Maybe OpTic still would have won it, but for them to just 3-0, like, this game was not even close. OpTic even like came back on the controller. They're winning fucking double offenses, which teams don't do so often on control on Fortress. Usually it's a very defense heavy map. So for Rokkr, a very solid, very good control team. I think they're like 8-1 in control or some shit like that. Like, they have a very good record in control. For them to lose 2 defenses on Fortress, I gotta just say, I have to just think that like they're just having a bad day, and this isn't like OpTic like firing on all cylinders. Because if OpTic couldn't just do this the other day against a top 3 team, and now they're doing it against a team that's in a slump, has to make me think that it's just more of Rokkr having a bad day, and maybe this series would have been closer and OpTic still would have won, and it wouldn't have looked more like oh my god, OpTic's really scary right now. But if this continues next week, because we'll get into week number 3, Major 3 qualifiers in another video later in the week. So many great talking points to talk about. I'm super excited actually. Like, this is going to be like a weekend. There's a lot on the line. I'm watching every single game. I'm probably doing map analysis on that shit, honestly. But yeah, I just said it before. I just don't think Ghosty's that person that's going to take them. I mean, no, I have to stick with what I'm saying. I don't think they're gonna win a LAN. If they're just trying to place well and just get through the year and make the changes they want to make, then whatever. I have no opinion on this roster at that point. But if they are trying to win, if they made this change thinking, okay, we're going to fucking win, not the right change. Like Dashy's been frying, so like fucking Dashy in this game, I feel like individually, like skilled player in this game, I feel like he's like top 2, at the minimum top 3. Like if we're just talking about like pure fucking skill in this game, I feel like he's fucking top fucking 2, 3. But we haven't seen him been playing that well ever since Ghosty came into the team. I just feel like it brings a whole different, like, Ghosty's a whole player that's good. He's like focusing on objective, but like I just feel like Illy brought something different that just made Dashy play better. But like it's like so weird because like Hook's playing very good right now, and like so like I hate to even think about it because I have like a soft spot in my heart for Hook, and like I just felt like he was in a bad environment for 2 years, and a lot of people just started throwing fucking dirt on his name, started saying he's a bad player. He's always been a good player. We've seen Hook at his very best. He is a fucking animal at his very best in the right environment. And I felt like bringing him into OpTic again with Shotzi, his fucking original duo, like the person he fucking wanted when he was on Dallas Empire. He wanted Hook and Illy. Or I mean, he wanted Shotzi and Illy. It was him who wanted them. They literally asked Hook, who do you fucking want? Those were the people he picked. He picked those people. He was super comfortable around them, plays the best around them. We see how him and Shotzi play off each other. Like, they just have a very good connection, which he didn't have on LAG. Granted, like, they won that one LAN. It was the one LAN that they won. Congratulations. And even, like, in his LA Thieves days, like, in Cold War, like, his shorts on that team, just don't feel like it's the right environment for him. He was very good on Dallas Empire, and then like the whole like fucking Crim thing, whatever, and Cold War, whatever. Just bad environment. You put him, but if you just put him in a good environment with people he likes around him, we're seeing Hook at his very best. He's literally like the best player on their team right now. So that should tell you a lot. But like I think like the reason why people are like, oh, you know, they're just gonna get Pred anyway, because like you could people are just like, this is like almost like recency bias, because like I feel like people are just expecting this more from Pred consistently. But I mean, I just have a soft spot in my heart for Hook, and I really hope he continues to like perform and be like their best player. I hope he's able to stay on this roster and like they just make other changes. I don't know, but just in terms of them winning a LAN, I don't feel like they're going to, and I just feel like this is more of Rokkr having a bad day. There's teams that go into slumps, there's teams that go high, teams that go low. People aren't going to always be frying unless you're FaZe and you're playing bad and still getting a top 2 all the time. Like, that's almost like an anomaly. So not every team is like that. Not every team has those fucking types of players, that type of like fucking team like all the time. So I'm stumbling over my words, but the topic of, is OpTic good or is Rokkr just bad? I've already answered this question early in the video, so I'm just answering it again. I feel like it's more Rokkr being just in a slump right now, not playing well. But I do feel maybe OpTic's making strides in the wrong direction. This question will be answered in week 3 of the Major 3 qualifiers, and it will be answered on LAN, because I don't really put that much into online with the sound equalization and just all the online cheese. We've seen teams not do so good online, fry on LAN. We saw that with NYSL in Major 1, weren't doing good in the online qualifiers, went into the Pro-Am, fucking smoked everyone. So yeah, so that has to do with that topic. So we'll be back with more this week.